Hey everyone, this is Ken, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial, guys, on a brand new slot machine that works on the Bedrock and Java edition. Now, right off the bat, guys, you're going to notice you have this button right here in the center, and that's going to act as the lever to activate the entire system. Now, for this setup, we have to get at least 4 golden apples to get a prize. Now, on the left-hand side, guys, this is where you put your tokens. In this case, I set it up so that the iron ingots are the actual tokens. Now, if you put 5 in there, you get 5 tries. If you put 10, you get 10. No matter how many you put in there, that's as many tries as you have to play the game. But if you try to be slick and put something that's not in there, it's not going to even process it. It's a really good safety feature this comes up with. Now, of course, on the other side, guys, once that light is on, it's going to let you know that you got your winnings if you hit all 4 golden apples. Now, check this out, guys. You hit the button, and a bunch of random items are going to shoot out. See? Just like a slot machine, you get those random numbers or letters, whatever the case is. But if you're able to get at least 4 golden apples, how I set it up, you win a prize. See? That is so cool. The lights will be flashing, letting you know that you won a prize. And inside that chest, you collect your prize. In this case, it would be a block of diamonds, which is pretty awesome. And you're good to go. Now, if you own the system and you want to get those iron ingots or whatever you want to use as your tokens, they're all going to go directly into this chest right here. So, you can really set that up so that this bad boy can make you some cash. Now, pause the video at this point, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, guys, because trust me, it makes a huge difference. Now, right over here, guys, it's 7 blocks from ground level. And in the center here, guys, you're about 6 blocks in, and that's the 6 block line, if that makes sense. So you're going to add 4 blocks, and they're all going to be symmetrically in the middle with a space in between with some redstone dust on top. Now, once you've done that, add your sticky pistons right behind it. And just for now, guys, you're going to have to break 2 blocks right in front of it, going 2 blocks deep. And trust me, I'm going to show you why, because you have to set up the observer block to face downwards, you see? So the face part is upwards. You can do that in front of all 4 pistons. Fantastic. Now, all you have to do is fill up this little area once you're done. Now, once you have this all set up, place a block in front of the observer block. That's temporary. And then you can place another observer block facing downwards in the opposite direction. And break the blocks underneath. Now, all you have to do is place 2 blocks in front of the top observer block right above the piston. And pretty much set this up right across the board. And right on top of this observer block, you're going to place your dropper. Now, behind it, you're going to place a comparator, because that's going to read the signal out of the dropper, and a repeater going forward, and a block right on top of that redstone dust. Perfect. Now, right over here, guys, you're going to add 3 additional blocks right on top of that one we just placed. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And in the front, you're going to add 1 more block, like so. Then you're going to add a repeater going forward on top of that block. Then you can place a block right behind that repeater. And a block above the repeater as well. Okay, so right here. Fantastic. Then you add 2 pieces of redstone dust going in a straight line like so. Now you're going to get your redstone torch, place it right there in the bottom part, and a block on top of that redstone torch. And all you have to do is place a comparator going forward towards that block. Now place a hopper going towards the comparator. And once you've done that, you should have this kind of look. You're going to get your block, place it right there on top at an angle. And that's all temporary. These blocks right here are going to be temporary. And just extend that right across so that it will allow you to place a hopper going forward like so. Then you can break those blocks, because trust me, you don't need them. Now, once you've done that, in front of each hopper, you're going to place a barrel or even a chest. I prefer a barrel because it doesn't prevent any issues. Then a hopper going downwards underneath. And then right under that hopper, place another barrel. Fantastic. And behind the barrel, you're going to place the hopper going towards the barrel again. And then one hopper going towards that dropper. Now, this does seem like a complicated, weird setup. But don't worry, it's just simply to make sure that everything goes down. Now, in between here, you're going to place one block here. And that's going to control the left and the right. And on this one here, you're going to place a block. And that's going to control those two. Then you can place a block right there on that bottom hopper, or parallel to that, and one repeater going forward. Then place a block, well, before we go any further, place your soul sand right in front of those observer blocks. Fantastic. And then you're going to place a block in front of that repeater. And this is going to lock the hoppers so that it allows you enough time to see the items before they go down to the system. Now right over here, place a block and just place 3 right across, spacing them out. And then extend this all the way till you get over here. And then once again, repeat that same pattern like so. And the reason we have this pattern is because we're going to add a redstone torch here and here. One on top of the block and a redstone dust right above it. And that's going to activate. And of course, a straight line of redstone dust here, so it could be all symmetrical. And that should activate the locking system of those hoppers. Now, right now, place some glass in between, parallel to the soul sand, and just kind of extend this all the way up. Now here, put 2 more blocks here, and repeat it going forward, and we'll set that up later. But right now, we're going to place some glass blocks on top of that, and just extend this right across each soul sand. Because right now we're going to be making some item elevators. Perfect. See what we're doing? We're just really creating 4 item elevators right across, and we need to cover this up so that the water that we place in here doesn't spill out. Fantastic. All right, this is really coming together. See? Now pause the video if you have to at this point, but trust me, just set it up just like this. Now my recording did kind of pause a little bit, but what we have here is a wraparound of some blocks of your choice, and you're going to fill this all up like so. Now we're going to start creating the framework of this. Now place some slabs right above the hopper. And right over here, guys, you're going to add 4 rows of blocks right across. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Now above the hopper, guys, place a dropper facing downwards towards it. You should add a total of 4. Then place some blocks right in between and cover up the entire front to give a really smooth layout. Now with the glass, just place a row in between so they don't, fall on the edges, and cover up the entire front. Fantastic. Now once you've done that, break the block right behind it and add a hopper going forward towards each dropper. Now at this point, guys, make sure you fill up the sources of water within each block going upwards so you get this really bubble effect, and that's really going to shoot the items straight up. What I love about this, guys, it does it very quickly. You're going to do it to all 4 sections. Now once you have that all set up, bring the glass blocks right above, parallel to the dropper right there. Let's bring these glass, I like to use glass blocks, but you can use any block you want. Now let's bring this up all the way here. Fantastic. Now right above the actual dropper, you're going to add an upside down stairs, and that's going to allow you to have access to that dropper. And all you have to do now is fill this up with some more water sources going all the way up to the top, and right here is going to flow right forward. You can do that to each one. Now once you've done that, place a glass block right here and just cover everything up, because you really don't want none of this stuff shooting out, because this bad boy will shoot these items really high. Now at this point, we're going to cover this entire side up with some more blocks and another row right here. Fantastic. And just extend that about 1 block upwards. Add a stair, upside down stair right across the board if you want to. And starting from this point, just add a 3-block wall and just kind of extend this upwards. Now, once you get to this corner, guys, just extend this and kind of wrap it around. You're going to really get this nice effect. Now, at this point, guys, you can go right underneath. And right here, we have these sorters. They're going to be the winning ticket for the prize. Now, all you have to do is make sure you put 1 dirt on the last 4 slots and 19 or whatever you want to be the winning ticket in the first slot. And you're going to repeat that to all 3 other slots. Okay, these are 4 sorters. They all have to be identical. So make sure you have this set up until you go any further. Now, right above, guys, I will suggest placing at least 4 of what's the actual winning ticket. And you can fill up the rest with some random items that you want to be as, the slot machine. Remember, it has to be like random stuff, okay, that you want to have set up. Perfect. Now on this side, guys, you're going to add 1, 2, 3 stairs right above. And right above ground level, add another 3 stairs in the bottom. Then you're going to place a block on the side and wrap that all the way around to the top, right across. Perfect. Now over here, guys, place a block there and then 2 more right across. 1, 2. Delete the one in the center, and that's where you're going to place your barrel. What I like to do, guys, is place some redstone lamps right above, because that's going to be the light indication system to let me know I still got coins in the system. Now right behind here, guys, you're going to place another block right here on the side to the left and a hopper going towards that block. Now that's a temporary block. You're going to break that one and place a block next to it right here and place 2 more underneath and 1 on each side to make this kind of plus sign. Perfect. Now once you've done that, add a comparator going forward. And right underneath here, guys, place 1 block there and 2 on the side below and above, and delete the one we just placed. Of course, add your redstone dust and your repeater with a redstone torch right underneath there, and that's your sorter, okay? Now at this point, guys, place a block right next to that hopper with a chest right underneath. Then you can place a hopper going towards that chest. Go right underneath here, guys, and make sure you place a hopper facing downwards underneath that chest. And in front of that hopper right here, you can place a dropper. Perfect. And in front of that dropper, place 1 large chest, because that's where all your tokens are going to go to. Now, once you've done that, go over here, place a block next to that dropper and 1 underneath, and add 2 more blocks going forward. 1, 2. Now let's place that block right back next to that dropper. Place a comparator right there with a repeater going forward. Now next to that block, you're going to place another block and a redstone dust above it. And on the front of that redstone dust, place a block, and we're going to create a torch tower, a redstone torch tower. So place a block, a redstone torch, and repeat this a few more times until you get to around here, right there. And place a block next to it, because all you have to do is place a straight line of redstone dust, and that's going to activate the light system. Now that light system lets you know if you have any tokens left. So if you have, say, 1 item in here for your tokens, that's going to activate this. The light's going to go on to let you know that you didn't run out. So, and if you ran out, the lights turn off. Now, let's set up the actual tokens. Now, in this case, I'm going to use iron ingots. Okay, so make sure you place it in that hopper facing the comparator. Now, the last 4 slots, place 1 item of dirt. I'm going to use iron ingots. Just make sure you have 19 or whatever you want to use as your actual tokens. Perfect. Now, once you have that all set up, guys, let's go right over here. We're going to create the locking system. So get a sticky piston. And you're going to place it on the block next to the redstone torch. I believe it's right here. And a block underneath facing downwards, you see? Now, right in the middle, guys, go about 2 blocks deep towards this wall and add 2 blocks. 1, 2, and a redstone dust right above it. You're then going to add a redstone lamp right above that redstone dust. And a button on top. That's going to let you know you activated the system. Now over here, add a straight line of blocks and a block going towards that dropper and one going downwards at an angle, and another one at an angle. Add one repeater there going forward, and a straight line of redstone dust right across, guys, till you get to this one, and add one repeater going forward, because that's going to activate that dropper at the same time. Now, just got to fix something here real quick, guys. I placed that sticky piston in the wrong spot. It's supposed to be right where that repeater is. So this should activate that block, and that's where the sticky piston should be at. Add one block right underneath, and there you have it. Now, all you have to do is add another block at an angle, and just simply extend this kind of pattern downwards. So 1, 2, add another redstone dust there, and then your repeater again. All right, that's a small little hiccup I just did, but don't worry, simple fix. Now add a straight line of blocks, add 1, 2, 3 more blocks going forward. Fantastic. And on the side here, add another block there, and you're going to add a redstone dust on top of that block and this one as well. Now here, place a straight line of blocks going forward towards an angle, and you're going to add 3 repeaters on full delay and a block in front of it. Then a redstone torch on the side of it, and 1 redstone dust to lock the hoppers. See how it all ties in? Now right here, guys, add a block going in front of that redstone dust, and then you're going to add a slab and a block above it and a slab, and make sure you go in this back and forth pattern, okay? Because you want to make sure that slab is on the top part of the block, and bring this until you get to right about here, and you're going to add a redstone dust going straight up. So 1, 2, 3, and just kind of add the redstone dust in this back and forth pattern, and it's going to string the redstone dust all the way up till you get to the top. Add it forward, and add a repeater going forward, and add a straight line of redstone dust till you get to the last dropper. Now over here, guys, you're going to simply mirror the image of what you did on the opposite side, so it should look equally the same on both sides. Now this is your winnings, okay? So make sure you break this block, and underneath this barrel, add a dropper facing upwards. Make sure you put your winnings in there before you go any further, okay? So right here, you're going to add a redstone torch. Fantastic. Go right underneath, go 1 and then 2, break that first block, and add a straight line going forward of blocks. Now right here on the side, guys, you're going to add a block, a redstone torch, another block on top, another redstone torch, and then another block, and your last redstone torch. Not to worry, once we add a straight line of redstone dust going right across all of this, you delete that, it's going to turn that last redstone torch off, okay? Because once you get that perfect setup, all these torches will turn off exactly at the same time, causing this to shoot up the item. Now on the side, add a block with a comparator to read from the barrel, another block in front with a redstone torch in front of it, then add a block on top, a block on the side, and a block on each side as well, creating this kind of checker pattern. And all you have to do is add a redstone torch on that block with a repeater going forward on full delay, and a redstone dust underneath. Add 1 block on the left hand side or right there, and a straight line of redstone dust right across, because once the winnings are shot from that dropper straight up into that barrel, it's going to read it and create this awesome little clock that we have set up to let you know you won your prize. Like I said, make sure to fill that dropper with your winnings. Now, all you have to do at this point is simply decorate your whole setup, cover up the floor, cover up everything, and it really personalizes to your own style. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I have fun making this, and make sure to hit that like button, guys. Let's try to get 300 likes. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember to please leave a comment and to click that subscribe button if you want to join. Thank you.